Hello, welcome to episode 7 of On the Trail. First of all, apologies for the lack of uploads. Been busy and I seem to have just completely missed spring, and it's feeling pretty summery at the moment. It is boiling, so I'll have to make up for it next year and do some more spring stuff. It is still technically spring, I think, but you know, it's almost June, so I've missed a chunk. Definitely missed some potential chick and little baby photographs, so that's a shame. We might see some today. Anyway, I'm rambling already. Today we will hopefully be coming back strong and to find a very striking and beautiful bird, the Great Crested Grebe. And I've come to Longham Lakes, which is, well, I'm not there yet. I'm walking to Longham Lakes, which is a local hotspot for water birds, and every time I've been here, and I know I'm jinxing myself, every time I've been here there's been some here, so I feel like it's quite a safe bet that we're going to find some, and hopefully it'll be a nice way to ease back in to the videos as you join me for this little lovely stroll. I'll tell you about two things that I would like to photograph, but I'm aware that it might not be feasible. Might have left it a little bit too late. So there's two behaviours that I'd like to get a shot of. One is the Great Crested Grebe mating display. You may have seen that before, it's quite impressive. It's also called the weed dance. Basically they dive down, grab big beak full of weed, come back up, meet together, and they rise up out of the water, paddling their little tootsies really fast, so they sort of rise vertically out of the water with weed in their mouths, look like they've got big beards. Then they sort of like dance together. Artist rendition here, they do this. And it's really cool. I'm probably not doing it justice. I really doubt we're going to see that. That's sort of an early breeding season thing, and also I think early morning thing, and it is currently about midday, so not going to see that. The other thing I would love to photograph would be, this is more likely, if they have little chicks, then the little chicks ride around on the adult's back, and it is the cutest thing. So if I can see that, I'd be very happy, because that is extremely cute. But anyway, I will see you when we get to the lakes. Right, here we are at the lakes, and I think I can immediately see some. Immediately. Let's have a look. Don't know how well you'll see this in the sun. Wait, does it have chicks on its back? It does! Immediately. It's got chicks on its back. Oh wow, that's great. Could this be the shortest episode of On the Trail ever? Should I just cut it here? Have I won? Have I won on the trail? There is a Great Crested Grebe right there, and it's got chicks on its back. That's so cute. I'm assuming the one diving isn't the one with chicks on its back. That would be problematic. Well, they are very far away. That's the only thing. They're sort of in the middle of the lake. So I'll have a wander round, see if they come a bit closer. So technically mission accomplished already, but if we could get a good shot of them, that'd be fantastic. Well, in the meantime, I can tell you some fun facts. Well, I'll start with a not so fun fact. And the grebes have a lovely plumage. Only in the spring though, not in the winter. They lose it in the winter. But, and I'm sure you can see where this is going if you've listened to my other episodes, as they've got nice feathers, guess what the Victorians did? That's right, almost hunted them to extinction so they could have their fancy feathers. I think it was the kingfisher that had the same issue. But yeah, in the 1800s they got down to about 30 pairs in England, and yeah, almost wiped them out from the country. So thanks Victorians, you did it again. But they have bounced back. They're on the UK green list and aren't of conservation concern at all right now, so that's good. They bounced back fully. And the reason they bounced back is because I believe it was the RSPB passed a plumage prohibition in 1921. So thank you RSPB, if it was you and I haven't misremembered. I think it was them. Got a couple of tufted ducks over there, I think. Yeah, tufted ducks. Just trying to have a look, see around. I can't see any other pairs. There's two lakes here. So this one's the smaller lake. So we'll have a look around the other lake as well. Trouble I'm also going to run into is these are fishing lakes, so as you might have already seen, there's quite a few fishermen about. I'm going to have to try and avoid them. And that might also be why the birds are avoiding the shoreline a bit. Okay, so this is Lake 2. You probably can't see on that camera, but there are so many birds on that little island over there, in and around there. You're probably going to see me come back to this spot quite a lot, to be honest, because this is a good spot. Can't speak. This is a good spot for lots of different wildlife. In fact, as we're stood here, let's whip out Merlin and see what we've got about, eh? Reed bunting, chiffchaff. Oh, I've got a fun fact about chiffchaffs for later in the video. Stay tuned. It's a grim one. Blackcap. Setti's warbler. reed warbler. Been there, done that. Could have come here for them. Didn't have to go all the way to Winchester. But yeah, good spot. Yeah, this is a lovely little area. I really like it here. Another thing that I'm seeing tons of is, again, you won't be able to see, just so many damselflies and dragonflies everywhere. And quite a few are mating. Hang on, let me give you an example. There you go, spotted 2. Caught in the act. Well, not quite. There you go. That's something I've been meaning to do actually as an insect episode. I was a bit wary because I know insects and bugs aren't everyone's cup of tea, but I would love to go out with the macro one day and just focus on insects, because there's loads of common blue damselflies everywhere around here. Unfortunately, I don't actually have the macro on me, so I'm gonna have to make do with the big Chungus lens, although it's doing pretty well. I mean, it was facing the wrong way, but what are you going to do? Right, yeah, I'm going to continue walking around to the big lake, possibly do a lap or halfway, and then maybe head back towards where I know that they are. I'm just coming over here in the hope that there might be another pair, really. I do have one complaint about this place so far. Swarms and swarms of little flies. God, I'm constantly having to waft them out of my face. I don't know if you can see it. It's probably coming through as like static on the video. There's so many. It feels like if I breathe in, they're all going to just fill my lungs. But hey, how about I offset that with another fun fact? And this one's a cute fact. Hopefully you'll be able to see what I mean if we get a bit closer to them. But the chicks have a little nickname, and people call them humbugs because they're all stripy like the humbug mint. It's very cute. Cute little humbugs. One really cool thing about these lakes, at least for me personally, is for work experience, part of that was to go around here, not like right as they were made. These are man-made lakes, by the way. But sometime soon after they were made, I actually got to go around and do a bit of a proto survey about all the different plants that were here and like what areas were growing what reeds and stuff like that. And since then, I mean, you can see it's absolutely exploded, and it just looks like a natural lake now. Back then it was a lot more barren, and looked nothing like this. So it's really nice to see that it's actually worked, and everything's here, everything's thriving. we get the reservoir and the water, and then we've created a very nice little habitat for everything. It's quite a nice success story, really. And even the fishermen get something. Even the fishermen get some fun. How about that? So yeah, I don't know whether that was interesting, but it's interesting to me. I've seen this place grow up since I was just a boy. We've got a bunch of grey lag geese there. One singular Canada goose. In fact, it's in quite an aesthetic spot. Mind you, there is a twig in the way, but I'll see in the little gap in the trees. Quite a nice little silhouette. It's not nothing. It's not nothing. I've not seen any more grebes though. So I've said that I haven't seen any grebes, but that sort of segues into another thing that I wanted to say. They're diving birds. They eat mace. They're diving birds and they eat mostly fish. So it's worth saying that I may not have seen one upon first glance, but it's very possible that they are there and they're just underwater, because they dive for quite a while, up to 2 minutes at a time. I think they can stay underwater, so they could be there just under the water. I mentioned that they dive, and that is most certainly their main thing. They mostly live on the water. I've personally never seen one on land, but I would like to, because apparently it looks real goofy. Because their legs are so far back on their body. Apparently they're very awkward and clumsy on the land, so I think that would be quite funny to look at. But yeah, not often you see that. I've also never seen one fly, because they prefer to dive out of the way if something's coming for them, which is fair enough. Play to your strengths. We're about halfway around the second lake now. So what I'm going to do is continue on round, and then there's a path which goes up the middle of the two. I'm going to go back up there and hope that they've drifted a bit more towards the shore. But we shall see. We might have to make do and try and just try and get some shots. I can see a group of geese up ahead. Grey lag geese, I think. Let's have a little scope. Let's a little scope out. Yes. Hang on a second. I think they have little goslings as well. So I'm going to try and take a wide berth, but I have a potential shot lined up. The goslings are sort of more towards the water, and then there's these daisies all along here. So if I can get close enough to sort of frame them in the daisies and they happen to be looking this way, I think that would be quite cute. Don't know if they're gonna run away or not though. I'm gonna try and be sneaky. I don't need to be that close for the shot I want, so let's try here. If we find them, zoom in, enhance. Sorry, you won't be able to see what's going on, but hopefully you'll see the vision. I hate to say it, but that gosling, it's still cute, but it's not in its prime cute stage. It's I think it's at the stage where it's beginning to get its proper feathers, and I won't be mean to him. I won't be mean to him. There's others behind it which are younger, so maybe we can get some from the other side. They don't seem to be as skittish as the... Oh, speak of, there's the Egyptian geese that I missed. Don't know if you saw that. Yeah, I don't know if you can see those goslings are quite a bit older than these ones. These ones still have all the cute down and stuff. They seem pretty chill with me being here, so try and get some gosling shots. He's pecking away. Try and get the daisy shot. Oh, Mama's getting a bit pissed off. Mama's getting a bit protective. I'm backing away. I'm backing away. Don't you worry. Just trying to get you a nice family photo. Don't you worry about a thing. Let's get a shot of Mum then. Or Dad. Looking all... Get a shot of you looking all pissed off at me. Well, we're just about to head to the halfway point and get to the first lake again, so we'll see if we see the grebes again. I'll also apologise, it might feel like I'm skipping over a lot of these birds, but I am on a bit of a time limit as well today, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to focus up a bit, but hopefully it'll be worth it, and then we'll get to come back and scout out all these noisy fellas. I'm about to face my biggest challenge yet, a Canada goose in the middle of the path. Who will back down first? Will I get pecked? Stay tuned. He's not moving. That's right. That's right. Move along. Move along. This is my lake. Keep waddling, Buster. Yeah, hiss, hiss. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I know. Go on, I see them. The nerve of that guy. Baby. Baby spotted. That's gone. Baby gone. Maybe I didn't leave it too late to see lots of babies. Maybe I was wrong about that. For some reason in my mind I thought all of that would be done, but guess not. Guess everything's still breeding away. Good for them. Okay, I have some good news and some bad news. Good news is the grebes are still here. Bad news is they are still directly in the centre of this lake. I can just see the dot of one over there. If I zoom in to my full focal length, I can just about make out that it's the grebe with the chicks, with all the little humbugs. So yeah, I'm not sure. We've definitely seen one, but unfortunately I don't have the focal length to get a good picture of it from this far away. It's unfortunate. We'll keep going round and see if I can get a little bit closer. Even if we can, because there's two of them, one's probably diving and fishing, so there's more of a chance of that one popping up somewhere nearby. So if we just keep an eye out for that, we might maybe get a shot, depending on how far it's swum. But I imagine it will stay close to the chicks. There's another cute fact. They, I think I'm right in saying this. It's not one I had written down, but I think they mate for life, for the most part. So that pair is probably together for life. And isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? Soulmates. Okay, I see them. Still way out there. Trouble is, this is more of a photography thing, so I said I'd talk about photography things more. Trouble is, with things being that far away, usually you can get away with it and just crop the image in and, you know, still salvage something out of it. It might not be as high resolution, but you still get something. But when it's a hot day like this, the heat haze ruins images like that. Anything far away just gets ruined by heat haze. It's a real issue. So you probably can't tell on the back of the camera, but I know as soon as I get back to the PC and start to edit them, they're going to be really hazy and blurry and wobbly, which is unfortunate. So it might be the case that we've seen some, gotten a photograph, but might need to come to terms with the fact that we didn't get a good photograph of one. So this spot here is officially the closest I can get to them. So this is officially the clearest photo I'm going to get. However this turns out. You can sort of see the chicks on the back, the little humbugs. But yeah, it's very hazy. Try and get some video and see if that comes out any clearer. Yeah, I think I was right in my assumption that the other one is staying quite close to the chicks. I'm pretty sure, I don't know whether I managed to capture it because I pressed the wrong button on my camera. I think I just caught one bringing a fish to the chicks, or bringing something to them at least. Don't know if I got that. It's got something in its beak. Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's got him delivering a fish. So the other one is fishing. No idea if it will come anywhere near here. I'll give it a little bit and see. It immediately dove back under the water, so I don't know where it's gone. And now the one with the chicks is going even further out. Oh, actually no, that's not the one with the chicks. That is the other one. Okay, we won't be getting a picture of that one either because it's hunting way over there. Even more in the middle of the lake than the other one. Yeah, I might need to call it there, unfortunately. Yeah, and hopefully when we come back I can photograph a Great Crested Grebe as a bonus bird instead. But it's not a complete failure. We found one, and it was doing one of the behaviours which I wanted to see, so I'd still say this was a win. Perhaps not a photography win, but a bird watching win. And that's fine by me. Right, I almost forgot. I teased something about chiff-chaffs earlier. Now brace yourself, this is a bit of a grim fact, but we have some breaking grebe news coming hot off the presses from Spain last month. A wildlife photographer caught some new behaviour, or some somewhat new behaviour, of Great Crested Grebes hunting chiff-chaffs. So what he saw was some chiff-chaffs swooping over the water, catching bugs, normal stuff, and then he saw 2 Great Crested Grebes sneaking up to where the chiff-chaff was hunting, catching the chiff-chaff out of the air, drowning it, holding it under the water and drowning it, and then swallowing it whole, which is absolutely brutal. I believe someone else saw some doing that with house martins, I think it was, a couple of years ago. But yeah, you watch out if there's not enough fish about, because seemingly they'll get you. If there's no fish, they'll just get you. So stay safe out there, everyone. You join me back at the van. It is absolutely roasting. I do not do well in the heat, so I'm kind of glad to be going back for lunch, to be honest, because I need to get out of this heat. That last walk in particular. Ooh. But yeah, I'd say still a successful trip out. Still saw the behaviour that I wanted, or one of. And I said at the start that this would be a sort of warts and all series, and sometimes you just don't get the shots you want. Sometimes you can't get the shots you want because you're technologically limited, or the birds don't play ball, which is exactly what happened today. I think in the future the way to mitigate that is to come here early in the morning, basically. That's probably, I need to do that more. I need to just get better at waking up early, because it really is just the best time to see all the birds. But, you know, it's hard to get up early. I still saw them. Yeah, I'll do my best to try and get a photo of a good photo of one as a bonus bird at some point soon. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll try and be a bit more consistent with my uploads as well in the future, because yeah, I'm still really enjoying this, and I hope you are. I hope you're enjoying watching it as well. So yeah, with that being said, see you in the next one. Bye bye.